History doesn't need to be dry lists and lists of dates and facts. It can be learned as a story. It can be interactive, fun, and alive. Homeschoolers nowadays have so many options for history and so many channels to attract kids towards it, like this awesome resource I'm telling you about today. Hi, I'm Laura from monkeymom.com with reviews and tips for homeschoolers. Thank you for being here. If you're new, please consider subscribing and turn the notifications on to see when I post new content. This video is part of a full blog post that you can find linked in the description below. Evan Moor is the sponsor of this video and they offered me Ancient Rome History Pockets to review. This is an awesome resource to make history fun, hands-on, and engaging. Keep watching to see how we approach the units and how a pocket or an interactive notebook is made. History Pockets from Evan Moor are a series of interactive history books. These are filled with interesting information covering various subjects from ancient civilizations to the American Revolution. They cover grades 1 to 6 and are split into 2 levels. Each book has between 7 and 11 pockets. For a full list of titles and the corresponding grades, please check my blog post. For time constraints, I won't go into detail here. History Pockets cover 1 year of school by doing 1 pocket every 2 weeks in about 20 to 30 minutes batches. There are plenty of activities to fill your time. Being such a flexible material like most of Evan Moor's, you can use History Pockets either as a unit study or as a supplement along with other curricula. It's perfect for unit study loving families because each pocket can be used independently from others. If you want to cover only part of the concepts in a book, you can easily do so, or even combine multiple History Pockets books guided by your interests. History Pockets are reproducible books, which means you can copy these for multiple children. There are 3 ways you can get History Pockets: physical books from Evan Moor's website or Amazon, through a teacher file box subscription, or as a PDF. I prefer the PDF version because I can print only what I need that way. It's also a great idea for families with multiple children. Pockets are subsections of each book that treat a specific aspect. Some examples from Ancient Rome History Pockets are daily life, government, education, Roman army, religion, and so on. Each pocket is filled with activities and information that makes this series an awesome resource for interactive history. The units are filled with activities that are both engaging and fun. From crafts to writing short notes, they follow a pattern. The overview, with teacher instructions and a brief description of the activities in that particular pocket. Fast facts and label. Each pocket will have a label for it and a bookmark that lists the summary of the facts the kids will learn. About, it's a page filled with information and interesting facts. Art reference, this could be a map or something interesting for kids to color and study. Activities, all sorts of craft and project ideas. Keep watching to see how to create a pocket step by step and how to assemble a unit. Of course, as you know us by now, we had to do things our way. We didn't use the pockets as they suggest, but used a spiral notebook to create our own interactive history notebook. Keep watching to see how I assemble one unit. I'm planning to use History Pockets as a means to develop my son's presentation and public speaking skills. We'll use these as outlines for him to tell what he's learned about in history to other family members. He was so excited to show his dad what laws the Romans had, for example. So this is how a pocket looks like versus our interactive notebook. You will have to assemble the pockets for every unit and then bind them all at the end. Despite having been a crafter for many years and having the house full of crafty stuff, I decided I didn't feel like cutting paper to size in order to make the pockets. That paper size isn't easily available in Europe. I also wanted to reduce the prep time, so we do our history pockets in a spiral notebook, the interactive history notebook I guess. You can download our cover design from my resource library on my blog, blog for free. We simply stick all the projects and decorate the pages any way we like. This is great for my flying papers dilemma. No more bits and pieces of paper to lose. Everything is in one place, neatly organized and secured. You will need some basic craft supplies before you get started with History Pockets. You can consult my basic supplies list on the blog. You can also adapt some of the crafts using whatever you have lying around in your craft basket. I made 2 clips showing how I assembled the pocket and the notebook. So let's have a look. So in order to make a history pocket, Evan Moor suggests a piece of cardstock which is 12 by 18 inches and to fold it 6 inches along. I didn't find this type of paper, so I'll be using one that's 24 by 34 centimeters. I'm not even going to measure. I'll just fold up a pocket about this big. And you will staple it on one side, because on the other side you want to punch them and bind them together in a single book. We'll just staple it here. So this is a finished pocket. Now all we need to do is add the title and start adding the information inside. So the next pocket for us would be the Roman army. I will show you a full pocket so you see how it looks like. Here we have the contents page. This is the title and the bookmark with fast facts. Next we have an about page. I shouldn't have printed it on both sides for a pocket. This was made for our notebook, because in a notebook I will just stick a piece of duct tape and we'll flip it open. But if you do it for a pocket, you would want it to be one-sided. I'll show you one finished pocket and you can see these 2 pages. I just stuck them on colored cardstock. Next we have a Roman shield. These are the activities. So these are the steps to follow. So instruction page. You won't put this in the pocket. Then we have the Roman shield. The instructions on how to assemble were on the previous page. The finished shield will go inside the pocket. We have the shield design. So these 2 pages are for the same activity. Then we have a new activity, the Eagle Standard. Again, we have the steps to follow, how to assemble, what materials we need. I'll just show you how I stick the title on the front. It's very easy. They have dotted lines which you need to cut along. This is the part that will be stuck here. All the rest you can cut them and stick them on cardstock, and after you're done just place them in the pocket. And this is the one we did on education. As you can see, this side is loose and the other side is stapled. So we have a clay tablet here. I'll show you how to do these in a moment. The personal virtues mini books. Then we have the bookmark and the 2 about pages. So this was it. It's very easy to assemble a pocket. There's a lot to love about History Pockets, and I believe it's one of Evan Moor's best series. It truly helps parents make history interesting and interactive. Here's what we appreciate about the series. Hands-on. History is a subject that's usually taught from text with a lot of information thrown in and abstract examples. History Pockets adds value to any curriculum, transforming it into a hands-on approach. The information is easier to memorize if all the senses are present when learning. History Pockets can be done while listening to audiobooks or read aloud. This way, history becomes accessible to all types of learners. Engaging. The information presented in History Pockets is interesting and condensed, and the activities reinforce what's being taught. It's easier to remember facts about Pompeii's tragic fate while you're building a paper volcano erupting with information. Kids might forget facts, but they usually remember interesting projects. Versatile. Aside from the fact that you can choose from multiple formats, History Pockets is easy to adapt to any homeschool setting. It can be used as a unit study or as enrichment for other curricula. And as you've seen, you can even adapt the activities and the way you choose to present them. Creative. History Pockets is chock full of activities and ideas for art. Kids that love creating will absolutely adore history lessons because they are so creative. Get your craft basket ready and learn some history. Skill enhancing. I love how many skills kids can learn from History Pockets. They learn summarizing, answering short questions, fine motor skills, because there's a lot of coloring, cutting and pasting, and even public speaking or craft skills. This really is an awesome series that would be great for almost everyone, but you might not like it if you or your children aren't crafty. My son doesn't like crafts much, but he tolerated this series just fine because we worked on the pockets together. I'm actually relieved that I can slip some arts and crafts in with history, so he's at least familiar with various mediums. Despite my son's dislike for crafts, we love History Pockets because we can break the monotony of regular history lessons with them. For us, History Pockets is a 4 out of 5 stars. I hope this video has been useful. If you've enjoyed it, please hit the thumbs up button and don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, stay curious.